What up? This is Jay Tells Stories, and I'm fucking Jay. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do a video on drugs, because we talk about drugs a lot in this video, and recovery, doing well, you know what I mean? But this one's not one of those. We're gonna be talking about what it actually feels like to inject methamphetamine. Because I know, may as well share it, really wasn't good for anything except maybe now I can share the story. That's literally the only good thing about it. There really is no good things about shooting meth, but it will give you some stories. That's for goddamn sure. Usually all terrible, awful stories, but stories nonetheless. So, first, let's just start off by talking about literally what it feels like as it enters the vein. It fucking burns. It burns like a motherfucker. It is just absolutely crazy. It's like, holy shit. You just start getting this like burning sensation that travels like right through the vein, all the way up into your chest, and then throughout the entire body, obviously, as that blood is being circulated throughout the body. Now, what is that burning sensation? Why does it burn so much? Because it's fucking corrosive, man. It is so corrosive. Methamphetamine is literally corrosive. So, what does this mean? It means it's destroying your veins, your arteries, and your heart. Literally destroying them, like ripping them apart, creating scar tissue, just, basically as bad as it can possibly be. Methamphetamine, I would say, is probably the most harmful drug to inject. Second would be probably cocaine, because cocaine is also corrosive, methamphetamine more so. So, also, not to mention the shit they cut meth with is just, God, you wouldn't believe what they put in the shit. It's just so bad. It's like literally poison. I mean, meth is poison in and of itself, and then they add cut that's even worse. So, what does it feel like? It fucking hurts. It feels like shit. But, I'd be lying to you if I told you, obviously, there wasn't some kind of benefit, right? The rush is unbelievable. There's a crazy rush. Like, I know a lot of people, honestly, when they shoot methamphetamine, they actually will ejaculate. Like, straight up. Like, it feels so good that they actually ejaculate. That never happened to me. I was always more just like, this fucking hurts. Why am I doing this? But you do get quite a bit of a rush. You turn flush, like bright red, and your heart starts beating faster. You get this kind of like tingling sensation, like breathing feels really good, and everything gets kind of shaky. And the crazy part about this, man, is that lasts for hours. Like, that rush type feeling, it's not fleeting. Like, it's like hours, man. Like, if it's good shit, it could be like 12 to 24 hours. I'm not kidding. It's that crazy. And so, obviously, right, the first time you do it, besides the incredible burning sensation, it's like, this is kind of cool. Like, to be honest, for me, the rush was a little bit too much. It was too intense. Maybe if I used less, I'd feel differently, but I didn't love it. It was never like my drug of choice, but I definitely did, quite a bit of it. Probably damaged my kidneys and God knows what else. But these are the consequences. You don't think about that shit when you're younger, right? All of a sudden you get old and you realize, wow, maybe I shouldn't have done all that shit. But hey, we live and we learn. So back to, the point of this video. What does it feel like to shoot methamphetamine? It feels, I want to say amazing, but like it really hurts. Like there is like a good amount of pain you feel when you inject that shit. So it's not just like amazing. And honestly, for me personally, that rush, like jittery type feeling isn't my favorite. And because it's so long acting, like you're like that fucking for a while, man. Like there's nothing really you can do about it to stop it either, besides, more drugs like Xanax. And even then, meth is very powerful. It might not work. So, what's crazy about it too is, though, even though it hurts, even though you don't, I didn't love the rush, some people do, but a lot of people don't. It is really intense. It's because of this just incredible release of dopamine up in the brain going on when you do that. It becomes addictive, man. Super addictive. Even if you don't really love the way it feels, your mind remembers like what that rush of dopamine felt like, And as we know, we're biologically programmed basically to seek out dopamine. Like, it's how we evolved. So your brain, once you get that huge release of dopamine, associates that with the drug. So even if you didn't love the feeling, even if you didn't have a great first time experience, you're going to begin to start thinking about it. You're not going to be able to help it. It's just going to start to pop up in your mind. You're like, oh, maybe it'll be better next time. Maybe it wasn't so bad. You know, you try and convince yourself of all these different things. And then, lo and behold, you know, I almost guarantee 9 times out of 10, you're going to try it again. And it's going to hurt like a bitch again. You're going to get that same crazy rush. But what's going on is you're conditioning your brain now to expect this massive influx of dopamine from the drug. So really, you end up basically creating a pattern of behavior where you're just constantly seeking out this drug in order to get that dopamine hit, because you can no longer get dopamine from anything else, right? And this happens fast. It's not like, you know, you're using, you know, meth for like months or years or whatever. No, man, it's like within a week. If you're doing that shit regularly, it'll happen within a week. You get obsessed. I've seen it happen. It happened to myself. It is a very dangerous, slippery drug, especially when you inject it. It's stupid. Don't inject it. That's really, you know, the moral, you know, that I'm trying to get across. Is like, don't fucking shoot meth. It's just so stupid, man. I did it so you don't have to. Think about it that way. You know, another thing about it, man, is it'll keep you up for days. Like, literally, you're awake for days, and you start to lose your fucking mind. Like, meth in and of itself is neurotoxic, right? So it's not good for the brain, right? Not good for cognitive function. And then this is compounded by the fact that you don't sleep when you're on the shit, right? So you have no time to recover. You know, free radicals are building up in the synapses. You're not able to just basically recover, rest. So it just gets even worse, man. All those like kind of like psychotic like symptoms that come from chronic meth use are just amplified from not sleeping, right? So this is how, you know, when you see, I don't know if you guys or girls have ever seen just a motherfucking crazy dude out on the street who's like tweaking around and, you know, this, that, and the other. This is brain damage. It's brain damage. You know, most likely from methamphetamine. It can be from other things too. Most likely methamphetamine. And you can't really recover from that. So be careful, guys. It's not a game. You know, I joke a lot and I laugh a lot, but the shit's not a game. It will kill you. It can ruin your life. And personally, dude, coming from me, man, it's not worth it, dude. Meth is just fucking, in my opinion, it's highly overrated. If you need, you know, something, drink a fucking cup of coffee, dude. You'll be straight, and then you won't rob your grandma for a TV and sell it in the pawn shop. Win-win situation. Till the next time.